Hello Duelists, and welcome back to another video of Top Table Duels. I hope y'all are doing great today. So in this video we're going to be doing a ranked best of 3. Up here in the blue we have the Irishman sitting at 543. He's going to be playing Dinosaurs. And down in the red at 792 we have Ishizu and he is going to be playing a Ishizu Tearlament build, and he's going to be going first. Let's go ahead and kick it off. So he's immediately going to go into Perlino. Perlino's going to add his Merly into hand. Then he's going to activate his Sharon, discarding the Mudora. And then he's going to mill the 3. And then he's going to... So he's not going to trigger the Saronir. He's got 2 of the shuffles back in. Then he's going to normal summon his Rhino Heart. Rhino Heart will send the Sharon from deck. Sharon's effect will activate, returning itself. And then it's going to get into the Kit Callus. Kit Callus effect will activate. He's going to add the Solit to get himself some negation online, and then Kit Callus is going to tribute itself to special with the Merly. Both will trigger. We'll mill 8 here. And on that mill 8, we hit a Rhino Heart, another Polino, a Magnuma, a Havnus, a Kelbeck, as well as a Jerusalem and a Keldo. So he's going to activate the Havnus and the Kelbeck effect engraved. Now both players get to mill out their 5. So on his 5 mill, he's going to get the Scream effect, and then he's got the 2 other Kelbecks engraved now. So he's going to return the Havnus and then return the Kit Callus, special summon his Root Callus, and then activate the Scream in Graveyard to add the Crime. So now he's got both traps online. And he's going to go into most likely Sprind here and get his last effect off, sending the Merly. Merly effect to trigger. Returning all 3, probably going into Rhino Heart. Yep, or sorry, Kaleido Heart. Getting his Kaleido Heart out. And then activating his Mudora, probably going to, get rid of Slumber, return the Perlino, return the Terraforming. Just definitely want to get that offline as fast as he could. I feel like he just returned too many. Is that crazy? 1, 2, yeah, look like he returned 4. Maybe I'm confused. Let me know in the comments below. Did you return 4? I can't go back on this. All right, so Dinosaurs is gonna start their turns. The Irishman immediately goes in and activates the Lost World, and then activates Miscellaneous Source, which is gonna turn off any of his opponent's ability to affect the dinosaur monsters. Then he's going to normal summon his Oviraptor. Lost World will make a dinosaur token, in which case Thony will say, yep, I'm going to go ahead and negate that activation for the token, sending itself, special summoning itself back out. And then he's going to get the Pancratops on the resolution from Oviraptor. Alright, so at this point, Keldo is going to trigger on resolution, return the Miscellaneous Source, return the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and return his Scream, turning off his ability to banish and then go into additional plays. So he's going to special summon the Dinosaur Pancratops, then activate Dragonic Diagram. So he is playing the, the Lithanos? So he's going to activate his Crime, sending his Havnus, which is going to be chained with a set rotation, because he doesn't want the pop capability coming down here from Perlino. So he's going to set a Lost World to his opponent's side, and it looks like he set 2 Lost Worlds there with different names. All right, so I don't know why. Okay, no, so he set the diagram there. Okay. Alright. I don't know why the thing was showing me 2 Lost Worlds. So he's going to activate Diagram and then pop the Baby Ceratosaurus. So he's got the Lithosagem of the Disaster. He's going to activate Babies affecting Graveyard. And then Mudragon of the Swamp is going to call Dark. So he's going to make itself dark, and you can't touch dark. At this point, Oviraptor can activate its effect and pop the Baby Ceratosaurus, which is going to grab out the other Baby Ceratosaurus, and then the one that was destroyed in Grave will activate. So now he's got double Earth set up with Lithosagem. So he's going to activate it, pop the 2 babies. This is probably the best scenario you could have. The Irishman's going to say, let me see your extra deck. He's going to banish out Garuya, Zeus, and Kit Callus. We don't know if Thony's playing 2 Kit Kalos, but that could be a fairly painful banish stuff there. So off of the effects of both the babies, he's gonna get his Ankylosaur as well as Petitodon, and then so he's gonna activate Ank to pop Petit. But Thony's gonna say, I have a response. He's gonna try to. Oh, sorry, that's what he's gonna do. So he's going to negate the Lithosagem on field because it is not a dinosaur, sending his Kaleido Heart. And then Baby is going to, or sorry, Petit's going to activate Engrave as well as Kaleido Heart, which is going to send the Sharon. So at this point, well, he's got no Fusion Engrave, so he's gonna hit the, he's gonna just try to get rid of the Lithosagem. So he's gonna return the Lithosagem to graveyard. Sharon's, oh, so he's gonna go into Dragostopelia. Yeah, so he wants to get a negate on board. So as soon as something that isn't, a dinosaur comes online. So at this point on resolution, Thony's gonna activate Mudora, and he's going to target what looks to be both the Psyframe Gammas, return both of them deck, as well as the Giant Rex. So he wants to get the Rex offline so he can't banish out. So the Irishman is going to link off into a Sprite Elf, which is going to be met by Dragostopelia, and then he's going to activate the Double Pill Evolution that he searched off of his Ankylosaur. So he's going to banish out his Baby as well as his Pinstag, and then he's going to say, I'm going to go into battle now. What's the attack of Kaleido? Yeah, so they're all just 300. He's going to swing over each and every one of them, clearing out his opponent's board. He's going to leave him down to 700. And at this point, he's got a top deck Great. He top deck Scream and scoops up. So Dino's right there from the Irishman, absolutely cleaning house, showing their powers. I don't know if the Irishman specifically is playing a Go Second OTK build, but since he was maining stuff like Interrupted Kaiju, Slumber, and stuff, he, as far as I would assume, he's probably playing Go Second OTK. Dinos can set up fairly good boards, but typically they're not the greatest. So going into game 2, Thony is going to activate his Perlino, get his search off, and activate Scream. And then he's going to activate Sharon by sending his Agido, and he's going to activate his Agido as well as the Solic, which was the mill of 3 off of the Sharon, and then he's going to activate his Scream. So we're about to see a silly amount of mills here. So he gets the Merly, he gets the Havnus, he gets a Rhino Heart, as well as the, I think the Solic, yeah, the Solic was already there before. All right, so he's going to activate Havnus, going to activate Rhino Heart, and then going to activate Heartbeat. And he says Agido. Okay, he's saying mill. I think there's some confusion. All right, so over here on the Irishman side, he doesn't really get anything in his graveyard set up that Thony would want to disrupt. So he gets his special summon, then goes into Kit Kalos, at which point he's going to activate Kit Kalos effect, and then Rhino Heart is Chain Link 2. He's going to send the Sharon and then add the Trap, at which point Sharon's effect is going to activate in Graveyard, returning itself and the Merly to go into a Garuya. Garuya and Sharon will link off into a Dark. Garuya's effect will trigger, allowing him to draw into Kelbeck. And now Kit Kalos will activate itself, attributing itself to special summon out the Sharon. Then Kit Kalos will mill 5. At which point, I'm not sure which one he just... So he said Sharon in Graveyard. Okay. So then he's going to special summon to the Rukalos, and then he's going to overlay probably into Time Thief. Nope, goes into a Dweller. Okay, that's actually a good one. Because Dweller's going to shut off all of his babies. So he's got his Omni Negate, he's got his Effect Negator, as well as turning off all graveyard effects. So at this point, he's got to be fairly careful. So he's going to activate Lost World and then activate Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, which is going to be met by Rukalos, negating the effect because it does special summon. Rukalos effect is going to activate in graveyard, but he's going to banish it out, which is immediately going to shut off the Solik, and it's going to shut off the Crime. So at this point, he has the Havness in hand, so he can turn both those back on. He is going to normal summon the Baby Ceratosaurus, which is going to trigger the Lost World. Thony is questioning what's happening, so he's going to... Yep, so he's going to go into battle phase and try to swing over it. And then Thony's going to say, wait, in battle phase, I'm going to activate Dweller. So he's going to attack, he's going to send... At this point, probably send, what, Giant Rex or something? Okay, so after that, he's going to activate Keldo. He's just going to return the Slumber and some of his own cards, which is, it's going to trigger his Perlino, which is going to hit the Baby Ceratosaurus, which was going to have no graveyard effect and turn all that off. So the Irishman go ahead and scoops up. So now we're going to see if he is playing a... So he is playing a go second build. So that does make sense for what he's thinking about here. All right, so he lets the Thony go first. Thony's going to activate his Rhino Heart, sending his Sheeran. Sheeran's effect will trigger to special summon. Likely going to go into a Kit Callus here. Kit Callus effect triggers, getting himself the Merle. You got to see that hand, though. You hate to see Driver. Couldn't happen probably to a nicer deck there. So he's going to activate Kit Callus effect, tribute itself to special summon the Merle. Merle and Kit Callus are going to chain link. Now we're going to mill our 8. So off of that mill 8, he is going to get another Merle, a Rhino Heart, the Banshee, as well as the Kelbeck and a Keldo. So he's going to be able to have some graveyard disruption, and he's going to chain link those guys. So he's going to mill 5, which doesn't, if anything, that probably hurts. I know they probably only played 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, so it turns off his double evolution pill probably fairly quickly there. And then he is going to hit, was it another Keldo, Gamma, and 2 Mudor as well as a Rhino Heart. So now he's going to fusion summon into Rukalos. Oh, no, he does not go into Rukalos. He goes into Garuya. Okay. Interesting play line there. So, okay, so he's going to link off and go into Elf. Garuya's affecting the line withdrawal. And then he's going to banish the Mudor, send the... Zombie World back. So he's probably only playing the one Zombie World because he wants so he wants Banshee to be back online. So overall ends on an underwhelming first turn board. He does have the ability to bounce. He does have the ability to special summon off Elf, mill 3, and also put his Zombie World into play. So the Irishman is going to activate Fossil Dig, get a Miscellaneousaurus, activate Miscellaneousaurus, which is immediately going to be met with a Keldo, shuffling back the Kelbeck, a Rhino Heart, and probably get rid of the Miscellaneousaurus here too. Make sure he doesn't get those banished effects. Yep. Alright, so then he's going to normal summon into a Soul Eating Oviraptor. Oviraptor is going to send the Miscellaneousaurus, and in which place Mudor is now going to trigger, return that Miscellaneousaurus back. So then he's going to go ahead and swing over the Elf. So then at the end of main phase, I'm going to activate my effect, especially on the Merle, mill 3. He hits the Sheeran as well as a Agido and a Mudora. Alright, so he's going to be able to start fusioning summon on his opponent's turn. His opponent, yeah, so that double evolution pill is most likely offline, which is probably going to trip up a little bit. So fusion summons into the Kit Callus. Kit Callus effect will go ahead and send the Merle. Merle's graveyard effect now triggers diffusion summon. So here we're going to go into Dragus Tapelio to get himself a negation online. So now he's going to activate the double evolution pill. Let's see what he has in deck to pull this out. So he has playing 2 Dogorans. So it gets him a little bit of presence. So he's going to run over the Dragus Tapelio. He's going to negate the Oviraptor. Oviraptor is going to run over the Elf. So now his Oviraptor cannot use its effect. Going to link 2 off into Dark. Dark's effect will trigger. He's going to special summon out the Dragus Tapelio to his own side. At which point Banshee will activate, bringing out Zombie World, turning everything into a zombie in the graveyards. So, Donnie will start his turn by special summoning the Keldo by ditching the Kelback, adding another Kelback. Each person will mill 5. And he hits every name but one in that interaction. So he's going to activate all of his. He's going to activate the Havness as well as the Merly. Go into his Garuya. So only one can activate. So okay, so he's saying he couldn't activate 2 more. Although, what did he lose his? Let me know in the comments below. Why did he say only one could activate? He hasn't lost his Kaleido Heart. Yeah, could have special summoned 3 into his Kaleido Heart. So Beatrice effect's going to activate. I'll say he tribute summons off for the Side-Frame driver just so he can get into his Beatrice. Sends his Sheeran as well as his Garuya. Garuya gets the draw. Sheeran's effect will trigger. Then he's saying, I cannot. So he's just going to activate his Triple Attackers talent to switch over to gain control of Protoplanet Stegopelia. Irishman's going to trigger the effect of Dark because he's been destroyed by battle to get another Soul Eating Oviraptor, thinning the deck a little bit. And then he is going to take 12, 2500, 2700. So it brings him down to 1150. The Irishman's going to special summon his Dark, target the Irishman's Dark, activate the Keldo in Grave, and then return the Call by the Grave. He said it's Rex, bro. Okay, yeah, so he meant to target the Rex. And returns Dragon Spell as well as his Elf. And the Rex, and then he's going to go into his own Sprite Elf. Alright, so at this point, the Irishman draws into Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. His opponent is sitting on the 1 negate as well as everything is now a zombie. So he's got to figure the way out of this. So he's immediately going to light off his Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, which Beatrice is going to activate to send a Sheeran. So this way he can get his fusions back online because he needs his Solak to trigger. So at this point, Kit Kalos and Sheeran are both going to trigger in the graveyard. Sheeran is going to resolve first, which is going to get him into his Dragon Stepelia for a negation. And then he's going to mill the 5 off the Kit Kalos, and he's going to hit the Havness as well as the Rhino Heart. So he can't trigger the Rhino Heart, but he can get the Havness out. So now he's going to go into Rukalos. Oh, no. He's going to go back into a Garuya. Oh, I'm being silly here. It's because of Zombie World. Ignore everything I've said before that. He turned off his own engine because of Zombie World. Because at that point, they are no longer Aquas. They are zombies. That is why he couldn't do any of that before. Ignore everything I've been saying. I've been absolutely silly. I forgot under Zombie World, he no longer controls Aquas. So the Irishman is going to normal summon the Soul Eating Oviraptor, send the Giant Rex, and then end his turn. So at this point, the game is over because Garuya can do double damage. Kumungus can attack over it. So Thun is going to start his turn by sending the special summoning the Sheeran by sending the Gamma in hand, and he's going to hit a Havness in Grave. Normal summon the Kelback, turn everything to attack, and then run over. Alright. So overall, I think Dinosaurs did really good. I don't think he was playing quite enough board breakers to really justify what he was trying to do there. I did see the Lightning Storms as well as the Interrupted Kaiju Slumbers are good tech. But knowing when you're playing against Tearlament, you know that those are constantly going to get shuffled back and you're not going to get those resources. Basically all through Game 3, not realizing Zombie World obviously turns off the Aquas, which is why he wasn't going into Kaleido Heart, which is why he wasn't going into Kit Kalos, turning those guys off. So overall, I think both players did good. The Irishman definitely showing off the power of this deck and its ability to keep playing. But obviously the consistency and the raw power of the Ishizus just continue to dominate in this format. Konami, let's get rid of them. So thank y'all for watching. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. It goes a long way and let me know what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. And if you have any specific decks or types of decks you'd like to see, just let me know in the comments below, or send me a message on Duelingbook at TopTableDuels, or your replays. If you want me to watch them and broadcast them for you, I'd love to do that as well. So as always, I will see you all next time.
Thank you for watching. Try some of these other great duels. If you like what you saw, give us a like and subscribe.